District says it still needs to find a way to make up an additional $17 million budget shortfall, and it has many asking what comes next for these students. 12 News reporter Julia Daughtry talked to the district about the plans ahead.
Education voting to close 6 Wichita Public Schools to make up for a $42 million budget shortfall. With that decision now made, the question remains, where will these students go and how will that be decided?
We also met with both welcoming and closing building principals, because again, they understand their neighborhoods a little bit better, and for them to give us some feedback on some of that, and that's how we landed on the proposal.
The district says transportation for some of these schools will look different next school year.
We are looking at the possibility of providing transportation for that particular community, and Jardine Middle School is the other one that we're also looking at providing transportation, utilizing Wichita Transit, our partners at Transit, for the opportunity for those students to be able to ride to Meade Middle School, which is what their new school assignment is.
One recommendation from the school district was being called an intent form. This will allow parents to help select which school they'll prefer their student go to.
Parents have choices as a part of this, and so because of that, that's why that intent form is there, because some of these class sizes pieces are going to vary on the choices that family make and where they choose to go.
In Wichita, Julia Daughtry, 12 News.
The district wants to remind parents of these important due dates. Those intent surveys that Julia was talking about and transfer forms for impacted families are due April 8th. Magnet school applications are due March 22nd.